I just got a vomit emoji. That's the first time I've ever got one of those. And they swapped. There's supposed to be hash potatoes with the burger that I ordered, but they swapped it for. They swapped it for spinach. Are they trying to tell me something? Is there a world shortage of potatoes and potato fries and hash browns? I'm going to ask.どうしてのハッシュポテトはない？ハッシュポテト。
変わったんですよ。ポテトが少ないので、
やっぱり。
ほうれん草。
全国で。どうしてもユニで今日はじゃがいもは安いよ。本当にいっぱい4つぐらい。大きいは300円。
そうなんですか。
本当の間違いない。
そうだよね。
2つタイプありました。
外国のポテトが入ってこないですね、多分。外国のポテト、アメリカとかのが。
そう、日本のポテト使えない。
ねえ、使いたいですけど、契約とかが余ったそういうのがすぐできない。
じゃあ読んだ。So maybeマックはそう小さいポテトだけ S サイズ。知らなかった。でも maybe あと1週間後は読みました。ポテトショーテージ。痩せるかな？
痩せるかもしれない。そうです。
チキトマン。So I just said maybe I can lose weight, get thin. And she says, maybe you can. Cheeky bastard. So today's alcohol of choice is Gibson's. Now usually, when apart from the young girl who's a fan of mine who works here sometimes, she says Aisatsu is a greeting. But there's a lad that works in the kitchen and he works on the evenings. And he always says hello. The manager doesn't, you know why? Because he's a cunt. And she gave me the Aisatsu when I came in the shop today. I just gave her a chocolate. And so when that young man comes in tonight, if I'm still here, I'm going to give him a couple of sweets. And say, here are some chocolates, no homo. I think that's what you got to do, isn't it? If you go into a shop and you buy some food, you know, and you give them a tip, you got to go, here's $1, no homo. We gave you a little bit extra on your plate, no homo. Because you got to know if the guy that's giving you a tip is a homo or not. Very important. Because you don't want to encourage homonosity. That's a good word, isn't it? Homonosity. I wish I had some lemon. Maybe I can have enough money next month to take a short trip to Okinawa, see what the thing scores on the doors are like. I think in Okinawa the Omicron or the moronic that decreased. So it's not in Japan. It's not gone as crazy as it is in Europe. And so and it's a weaker virus. So if it's a weaker virus, then surely if I get it, having no level blood, I should be okay. And I think I might have had it actually, because I had some of the symptoms: sore throat, tiredness, sneezing. 3 out of 5 ain't bad, as that guy who died the other week. I'm sure they'd appreciate that, or not. And when he said, "I'll do anything for love but that," I could never figure it out, and most people couldn't. But I think he must have been sucking cock, and it could have been him, or it could have been like his teenage girlfriend. So I guess it's something like that. I'll marry you, I'll take your children, but I'm not sucking that thing. There was a so when I lived in Barnsley, I lived with my girlfriend and the family. Her mother thought it was going to be like for a few weeks. It was 2 years, and so she went to see that dancing film. What do you call it, with John Travolta, when they disco dancing film? She went to see that disco dancing film, and I think in the film John Travolta says to his girlfriend or a girl, "Oh, just give me a blowjob," and so my my girlfriend, who looks a bit like my daughter, blonde haired, and she explained to her mum. So her mum at that time, she was probably in her 40s, and she explained to her mum what a blowjob was, and she, oh, disgusting. So obviously a lot of people in those days never did anything like that. They just used to take it up the arse. No cheap chips, they've all gone. No hash browns. No mash browns. But it's not a problem in Japan, it's a problem outside of Japan. So don't worry if you're in Japan, you can still get potatoes at the supermarket. So I was hoping that Jason, that cunt in fucking Australia, might come on, because I think there's some watery grave problems in the city where he lives. I know I should have checked this before. Yes, I have. That's good. I got some money. 10,000 yen. Back it in it. So I had 6,000 yen spent on the lotto yesterday. I thought it was supposed to be a fucking jackpot. It wasn't. But anyway, I got 2 winning lines, 2,000 yen. I saw a video, and it's that cunt from the Middle East. It goes, just 1 second, and he goes on about something good around the world. But it's an interesting video. And this one was a good one because he's talking about Dubai. And I guess it's cheap. There are cheap places to go in Dubai. Now, my brother, who's a cunt, he stopped at that big yacht hotel in the bay that was designed by a woman. Did you know that? Free information. And just to book or make a reservation costs $150. The girl on the front desk, she drives a Maserati to work, and she drives a Porsche home. But they showed you all these places where you could get really cheap. You could get really cheap accommodation, $44, and then you could get meals for a few dollars. You know, $3, $4. I bet you can't get fucking cheap drinks. Oh, this is my longest monologue. Did you know that people on fucking television, they have people write their fucking monologues for them? Teams of people write their monologues. Not me. That's the thanks again. You never hear me slagging Trump off or Joe Biden. So, is Putin going to wait for warm weather? Or is he going to be straight into the Ukraine? See, the Ukraine don't like Russia, so that's why they invited fucking Germany into Ukraine to attack Russia. But then the Germans killed 800,000 Ukrainians. Spot the fuck up. Yeah, some terrible crimes happened there in the Ukraine with the Germans. In fact, the German soldiers, they actually started to rebel against it because it was giving them bad fucking dreams. Well, if you're shooting thousands of people in the head each day and burying them alive, it's going to affect your outlook. Cute girl just walked past. Shall I give it a choco? What do you think? But now what I'm going to do is I'm timing this girl now to see how long she's in there, because it's all possibility after seeing this, you know, she could be fingering herself. So if she's more than a minute in the toilet, she's probably fucking fingering herself. No homo. Went and bought another bag of these today, $10. Because I'm just giving them to strangers. Everybody. See, kanajo in Japan means girl, girlfriend, woman. But in America, kanajo means a can of coffee. More valuable information there. See, that guy, he went in there after her. She could be fingering herself. I'm getting excited now. I could give her a chocolate and say, job well done. This is great dialogue, or great monologue. You know, I'm a bit surprised no one's joining in or saying, ha ha ha, that's funny, Gary. Can get quite distressing at times. Coming out with comedic gems and no one there appreciating it. I got a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe and send me money, do so to PayPal, mynzo@yahoo.com. Very easy. Don't send to fucking Google, they are cunts. This girl's definitely been fingering herself. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Thank you. She took me chocolate. You know what that means, don't you? And her fingers smell the pussy. Just glad he wasn't smell the poo. I must admit, she looked as though she was off The Greatest Catch. The Iceman Cometh. When that film, The Iceman Cometh, do you think they should have tied it in with Frozen? The Iceman Cometh, Frozen, and a documentary on Wales. They should have had The Iceman Cometh, Frozen, the first one, and then Sperm Whales. So The Iceman Cometh, Frozen Sperm. You know, that'd be a fucking box office blockbuster. Oops, we lost one there. We lost a Frozen fan. Sorry, if you were like 10 years old, you shouldn't have been watching. Can you build a snowman? Not in fucking June. Unless, of course, you're on the other side of the moon. Can you build a snowman? He was on TV the other night, Olaf. He's a funny guy, isn't he? That I like him. Well, the guy, Paul Gadd, is it? I like him, Paul Gadd. He's quite funny. And also the first Muslim girl to win British Bake Off, Nadia. Anyway, she's been on a few times on the show. She's quite a good sense of humour for a 5'0" girl. And another 5'0" girl for mine is Maisie Peters. Check her out, Maisie Peters. So apparently, talking about short horses, Peter, the little guy from Game of Thrones, Dinklage, beard fighting, not as good as mine, but he's got a beard, it's decent. And he's been slagging off Walt Disney because of doing a remake of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And he says it's not right. But all the dwarves around the world have said, shut up, you little cunt. Because if they start to get fucking, righteous, self-righteous and self-bloody ruling and fucking, they're going to cancel these fucking shows. This is the fucking livelihood for these little cunts. They want to be shown. We're little cunts, we're proud of it. And we want a fucking good payday. Peter Dinklage, he's all right. He's rich now, that cunt. What's he doing? He's got a fucking normal-sized wife. If you're a fucking multi-millionaire and a famous guy, and you got a little dick, but it's 4-inch wide, then you do well in life. And you're going to get a normal-sized woman for your girlfriend until she puts you in a suitcase one day. But all these little cunts, they have to wear like me, Christmas, not that I'm a little cunt, neither have got a 4-inch wide penis. They need December. We need December. Santa and little cunts. There should be a film, shouldn't there? Santa and the Dwarves. They're only little, but they got big cocks. That's an awkward 69, that, isn't it? Peter Dinklage and his fucking 5'10" wife. Well, this is the world record on my streaming for no one commenting. It's coming up to 20 minutes. And only one thumbs up. What a bunch of cunts are watching. I am going to get a drink now, and there better be a fucking comment on there by the time I come back. you believe it? No comment, but a thumbs up. Geico Cuisine. My name's mentioned again. I remember once saying to someone, because I kept on hearing this sound, Geico. Not Geico in fucking America, Geico. But when I started to ask questions about it, they just denied. People were saying, oh, this didn't exist, it's not a word. Because they didn't want to explain that they were being racist Japanese cunts. Maybe I should stir that a bit deeper. Tastes better than the guitar. Gibson's, I think Gibson's is a drink. And the strange thing about Gibson's, I forget which famous person's drink it was, but I remember it's got gin in it, I think. I'm not sure, I'm not, take that back, I'm not sure. But it does, part of the drink is a pickled onion. I'm guessing it's a small pickled onion. It's about the same size as Peter Dinklage's testicles, I'd guess. This is not scripted. 6 people, come on, chirp up, cunts. What time is it now? Is it 4 o'clock? What are you, Nanji?
今は4時7分ぐらい。
OK、ありがとう。
はい、
今、東京は見ないから今、ごめんね。ありがとう。
はい。
She's quite cute, she might be like in her 40s, but she's cute. My friend said to me once about young women in America, if you're not in Texas, get an abortion. Can you imagine though, with that state and the laws they've got in Texas, if you get fucked by a Texan and you're in the family way, that is the best reason for getting a fucking abortion. No doubt about it. You know, because I'm sure that a lot of Texans, when they fucking girls, they'll be telling everybody they're from New York or they're from fucking California, where they've got freedom of speech, freedom of mind, freedom of movement, and expensive housing. But I don't think girls in Texas are really going to be wanting to fuck fucking Texans. I hope you're writing this shit down. There's no hash browns at Dom's. What are we gonna do? They used to have with curry and some stew, but now there's nothing for me and you. There's no hash browns at Gusto's. What are we gonna do? We've gotta go overseas, maybe to the Middle East, so we can get some food. wonder how long I can go on. 25 minutes. It's a 25-minute monologue. I'm no fucking Jordan Peterson, but I never started taking drugs either. Fucking wanker Canadian. Just started watching a new series on Netflix called Love by, who was it? Judd Apatow. And his youngest daughter is in this one. And there's a great photograph, Judge Apatow, and he shows it on Conan's show, and his two daughters looking at him. And the youngest one, she's a little bit older now, probably 16, 17, 18. And she's just looking at him as though she wish he'd died. I saw Judge Apatow. We should have that, shouldn't we? Judge Apatow. No, he said Judd Apatow. Judge Apatow. Ruling on court cases in California. My mate has shown up. It's been a 27-minute monologue. I've been talking for 27 minutes, geek. You'll have to go through this later and watch it. It's good. Between 6 and 8 people, not one fucker, one of them has made a comment. You're the first one. Yeah, it's where I've got to hide my gin. "27 minutes, that's the longest ever, and I never stopped talking." Now, Thomas, I've been fucking lurking. It's less of your sexual. You're supposed to put no homo after that. Got some chocolates for the girls. She just took the okay, man. Have Finnish people got a low? Are they doing pretty well with the COVID? Because someone suggested that Japan and Finland, they seem to be doing better. Yeah, I just started watching a series on Netflix called Love. It's a very, very adult Sex in the City. Tits in it, girls fingering herself. Fucking, is it Dick Tom? What's his name? Nigel Dick? That fucking gay guy, gay comedian with glasses. He was quite good in it, actually, as an actor. Gigs turned up, nice fucked up. There are no potatoes in fucking Japan, from outside Japan. What you been ordering? Some bow related stuff. Imagine if Uber Eats, the food people, if they delivered like the fucking Amazon drivers did. Well, I don't know. She's taking him something that's. Shipping will take a month. Well, see if I can send you some. Send me your address on. Send me your address on Facebook. I'll send you some. I might be able to get 4 packets inside a little in one of the boxes. Make your own ramen. It depends if it's commercial, Tom. Because you can send food, like my friend sends me food packages. It's like a food parcel, you know. So I was I got a shower at the gym this morning, 50 yen. Comes out, I'm sure I felt great after having a shower, 5 minutes. Didn't touch myself. And as I come out of the shower, get changed, there's 2 in the corridor towards one of the judo halls or karate halls. There's 2 women walking towards me, and she said "gai ketsu." Now, gaikokujin no gai means like outside or foreign, and ketsu, as you might know, means arsehole. So it's like foreign arsehole. But there's no, they just put 2 words together. This is what I'm immediately assuming. But there's no word in the dictionary gaiketsu. But there is a word called kaiketsu. And kaiketsu means a master of Japanese. So either way, these 2 cunts were taking the piss. Well, you don't clear it through customs here, Tom. You just take it to the post office, mate. And I definitely have sent food before. No, it's nothing to do with the customs. No, but it's all fucked up in it. The systems. I'll tell you, one of the best foods. My wife used to use it all the time, and I sent some to my niece, and she loved it. And what it was just a powder, and you just covered your chicken in this powder. Nothing fucking, no loads of stuff on it. Just a simple powder with spices on it, and so it wasn't thick. So it wasn't a thick coating. It was just a nice piece of chicken with this powder on. And it's very cheap as well. It's maybe about 100 yen, something like that. I can't remember how you or maybe you do put some water to it. But you don't want to be sending anything by fucking sea now. I can't see how many people. I think I might have gone off the fucking grid. You chicken in, then fry it. Not all this fucking ginger and sesame and fucking shoyu and mirin. Just a very simple powder mix. And it's tasty, yeah. But the thing was, it was clean as well. So there wasn't very... It wasn't a fucking 1 or 2 millimeters thick of fucking flour. No, it wasn't shake and bake gig. Not that I know what shake and bake is. I guess we sound. I've heard of that, but I've never actually seen it. I guess it's something similar. Yeah? Do you, with that shake and bake, do you put any water to it? So I asked Mo, sent me a letter saying, how are you doing, things like that. So I replied to her several times. The fucker hasn't replied to me. I'm getting really fucking pissed. That's why I closed down on the other line. Oh, okay. So it's a little bit different. And is that popular? I guess it's popular if they made big advertisements for it. Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, if you look in the videos, I think there's a bit of cleavage. So someone sent me a message the other day saying that I masturbate to your videos, no homo. Can you believe that? I cannot get a carnal response from my videos. Well, I can't, no, a true carnal response. So I'm just trying to have some stand-up here. The beard looks a lot better when I wash it. My wife married me because I was omoshiroi. That's what she told my daughter. You don't know. It means interesting, funny, a mix of both. I think. I'm not sure exactly. I'll ask the waitress. Shikiti desu ka? Omoshiroi no imi wa ahaha warau no koto, mata wa ahaha iroiro mono shiteru no koto.
面白い。面白いは笑う。
笑うのこと。私は面白いですか？
面白い。わからん。
何考えてんの？Of course you're もちろん。
もちろんって言うの。
Yeah, have another chocolate.
ありがとうございます。
Okay. 面白いですか？Now she says yes. There you go. It did cost me 2 chocolates, but she says I'm funny now. Omo is a parrot, I think. No, I think it's funny. I think it means funny. Because what her mom used to say was omoroi, and I think that's like a shortened version of it. Omoshiro is omoroi, so I think it's funny. So that nothing is no. Omo is parrot. Monkey is saru. There's a new cook. You're getting your monkeys and your parrots mixed up, Tom. Yeah, I should get my daughter to ask my wife, is Daddy interesting now? Is Daddy funny now? I think you're right, Tom. But in fact, there probably are bands called Monkey. My monkey won't rip your eyes out unless I ask him to. So you better lend me that fucking money, you fucking dirty old Jew. That's a rock song if ever heard one. Is it not? Don't they use Faran? Is it Faran? Amokwa? That's not very nice. She kept on saying it as well. Usually, I think I've always got comebacks for Chinese people when I see them saying something, and it's usually "Shut up, you Chinese cunt," something like that. No, but I've heard Gailo before. I was saying Gailo to the guys at the scrapyard, and they are mainland, so Gailo might be Hong Kong Chinese. It's pussy slit. Slit pussy, slant eyes. We are Chinese. We are Siamese. What's that? What was that song that kids used to sing? Where was she from? Singapore. I guess you called her, you Singaporean cunt, you can't do graffiti. skin. Nothing wrong with fucking skin tone. That's you racist bastard. No, but the thing is, I don't know if it's the same in mainland, but in Japan, you get a lot of Japanese people that look very, very fucking white without the makeup, you know. Oh, is that? I don't know. Is that the same person or someone that you knew, Tom? Yeah, anyone that steals their parents' car hasn't had enough good hidings. No, but a lot of people say now, Geek, that a lot of the watches are very, very good. Yeah, but sometimes they like that because they get picked on all the time, so they change. You know, I can imagine that. You know, it's not easy being the only one in the class that is different to all the others, whether you're white, Chinese, you know, African, Pakistani, or American. Yeah, well, the only good thing is it toughens them up. So, or it give them a good sense of. There's a Chinese guy on, you know, the Daily Show. The Daily Show, they had all kinds of fucking funny, interesting people. You know, all different colours as well. But there's one guy it's a Chinese guy. I don't know if it's Tommy something, but I just don't like this fucker. He's like he's just too over the top. I think he's a present reporter on the Daily Show. I remember they did a report once on the Daily Show, and it was about the mayor of this city in America. And he got, I forget, it was Cher. He got tickets to see Cher, and there was a problem. They'd had some flooding. The city sewers just put all the fucking shit onto the streets of this city. And this cunt took offence when someone accused him of avoiding his duties to go and see fucking Cher in concert. They covered this on the Daily Show. And he goes, but it's Cher. Who cares that I'm the mayor and the shit all over my city? There was in my school, there was just one black kid, maybe about 400 in the school. There was one black kid, and his name was Stednet Gray, and he was small as well, very short, tight. You know, he was probably a fucking bushman. But I just wondered, he was the only black kid in our school, and we might have had like one or two half kids, like half Chinese, half Asian, and half British. No fucking Spanish, you know. We wouldn't fucking have that. Yeah, you just can't believe some of these fucking. Oh, this is what I want to ask. In America, you know when you've got. Oh la la. In America, this girl deserves a chocolate. She's got Martins on, short skirt, fucking jumper, and a mask. saying "fuck you guys." But this, you know, the sheriff of a city, the police, are they actually? Have they actually been trained in a fucking as a policeman? Yeah, I think sometimes the Anglo Indian looks quite good actually. There's quite a few cute girls on British TV. What do you think? Well, this cute girl, she's probably 20s. Is she going to ignore my offer of a chocolate? Maybe a chocolate log. But there aren't. I think the from the subcontinent, they are really milking it in the fucking Scandinavian countries, aren't they? Because they can live on fuck all. They're just saving up all this fucking money. How cute was she? Don't forget that some of these guys that they meet these Middle Eastern girls and they're fucking gorgeous, and they say you will have to change your religion to be a Muslim. No fucking problem. You know, these girls are so hot. But what I don't like about these wankers is they grow a fucking stupid beard underneath the fucking chin. They're right fucking tossers. And then they start telling everybody about the Quran or the Quran. Well, I suppose it's better than. So then I guess at least he thinks his sister's got some value then. You know those. Give me that. You can have my sister for that carton of cigarettes. I don't know, does this guy work here? You might not go down that road, but what about going up that path? This girl's fingering herself as well. Yeah, I think it might be a bit tough for me to catch a feminist. Unless it's a trans. Tall, skinny ones are nice. Yeah, there was a woman in Britain, she's just been threatened by the police. And you know what? She'd been threatened by the police because she said, no men, this is no trans men, no men in women's prisons, because they end up fucking raping them or fucking killing them or beating them. So they were going to arrest her for saying what's fucking right. They said it was a hate crime. If they're going to put someone like that in prison, that is obvious a fucking man with ulterior motives, they should just put in. Can I introduce myself? Yeah. Hello, you, Mrs. No, totally ignore me. She's tired after fingering herself. But that's you, Gary. This. Gaikokujin Deki na hito. Omoshiroi na hito. Chisai kintama. Okane arimasen no hito. Bimbo desu. Is that okay? Roku 12歳です。私の友達は変な人。Yes, I don't like to sit on my testicles. There's an Australian actress called, I think it's Elizabeth Debicki. She portrayed Lady Diana. She's 6'3". She's unbelievably attractive. She was having sex in a show called The Night Watchman. Iwama is your friend? Are you asking or telling me? Does she know Tomodachi that? Do you think they've turned Iwama into a godlike figure? Maybe I should fucking baptize Iwama in the river. I wonder if he'd be up for that. That'd be fucking pretty funny. I don't know. Someone's put a message on a few days ago saying he was dead, but I just think they were jumping on the. They were just jumping on the Ryan Boundless bandwagon. I think that's got to be the bandwagon. That's got to be one of the best fucking phrases, hasn't it? Because when fucking Elvis Presley died, everybody was jumping on the bandwagon. Moi-chan said he was stupid. That's good enough for me. Oh, really? That's what it was. Don't fuck about with Vietnamese people. I met this Vietnamese guy, and he'd been here he came here as a teenager, and he's very small, but it just fucking. One-chan. Yeah. Valentine. Thank you. 美味しいよこれ。本当に。Yeah, especially if they fucking came out with all the machetes. Or a coriander plant was meandering into funny she should say that, because the cook here, I like her, she's quite attractive. She looks after my eggs. And that's a fucking catchphrase. But I did ask her before if she was married, and she said yes, she is. And now she just mentioned Valentine's. She could have been a bit jealous over the other one. Oh, she just waved the chocolates at me. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing how people will do anything for... I remember watching Bill Gates on this show with that cunt of a woman interviewer. And she was saying, can you sing a nursery rhyme? Like to make him look as though he's got a soft side. He'd have got more respect if he'd have said, shut up, you fucking stupid bitch. I'm the richest man in the world. I'm not going to fucking pander to your fucking wishes, which your producer has told you through your fucking earpiece. Fuck that. That's the problem with today's world. Too many people are fucking pandering. Just for fucking, they might get one vote or two fucking useless cunts. I didn't know that Elvis used to be an electrician. If only he had invented the first fucking self-arse washing toilet, he might be still with us today. I've been watching some of his interviews recently. I wasn't a fan of him at first, Elon Musk, but he's getting funnier. Yeah. Never heard of love. Was this Tracy Ullman, this song? Look at that. That's about a fifth. I feel as pissed as a cunt. Am I still broadcasting? Someone make a quick comment. I can't. Oh no, sorry. No, I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Gin, Gibson's. Hey, geek. I was looking at, because I saw this series. Oh, they argued about who's going to pay. It was in McAllen's. There was 500 yen off, and it made it like 7,400 plus tax. And I was just wondering, should I get a fucking 7,500 bottle of fucking Macallan? And I saw this. I don't know if you've seen this series. It's called Behind Her Eyes, fucking brilliant. One of the most mind twisting series that I've ever fucking seen. Brilliant. You got to see it on Netflix. Behind Her Eyes. Bono's daughter's in it, but please don't, because Bono's a cunt. Don't let that put you off. And so, because in this show, the guy at the beginning of the show, this doctor, this girl, this attractive black girl, like spills this guy's drink, and she insists on buying him a new fucking drink because it's Macallan's, and it's like, I think it's either 10 quid or 12 quid for the fucking shot. And that really skints her. I wish I'd have brought my charger now. Now you two guys have shown up. A Middle Eastern gin. I don't know. Oh, genie. Well, that's good. That's all right, isn't it? If it's a genie. Oh, I see. No, I didn't know that song. Did you know the Aladdin? You know the Aladdin and the lamp. The original, or the Thief of Baghdad, whatever it is. That in the character, the thief was not Arabian. He was Chinese. Maybe that's just what they were calling the bad English people, Tom. I think I don't know if you knew this. It's called Mother's Ruin. And apparently in the 1880s, 1890s, most of fucking London or Britain had fucking gin problems. Yeah, there's. I shared something on Facebook today, and it was about a woman, and she wrote I don't know if I guess that Boris Johnson must have been saying that he only spent 10 minutes at the party, and the woman wrote a poem called 10 Minutes, and it was about her life and being alone when she gave birth to a premature child for 10 minutes. And she wrote this story, and oh fucking hell! And the thing is, they introduced all these fucking strict laws of what people could not do on 55, 60 million people. Meanwhile, this cunt's having fucking parties left, right, and fucking centre. He's a fucking lying tosspot. He'll fucking do anything. He's fucking weak. Anything a woman asks him to do, he will fucking do. He will do it. There's a fat American chick when he was the Lord Mayor of London. He was giving her money from the London coffers. Same with his wife. She's fucking saying something, he'll fucking do it. because he wants to keep her fucking happy. He's not a fucking man. He's not a fucking leader. He's just complete fucking cunt. A weak cunt. I thought I'd just fucking ban this cunt. I was hoping Jason might pop in today because there's been some kind of, I think there's been some kind of flooding in Melbourne. Then again, he's taken out all the fucking times. He won't be able to, will he? Where's Geek gone? Thought a few more might pop. Oh, well, Tom, it's coming up to the end of January. One more month and things will be getting brighter. Did you know in the British Navy they used to have a rum ration or their grog, and I don't know if it's 1 cup or 2 cups per day. The British Navy, they had the best judicial system in Britain because it was fair. So after that, a lot of British laws followed the British Navy, because they found that if you treat fucking working class people or lower class people like shit, you can't get a fucking job done, because they're liable to, they're liable to be mutinous. Well, that's low battery. Am I still broadcasting? I guess so, because I can see the numbers of people. All right, Tom. All right. Well, customers few and far in between then, Tom, or what? You're not constantly busy with customers. What time is it now there? 5 o'clock. So it's early morning. Are you not busy in the morning? What time is it there now? Eight o'clock. Well, 8 o'clock's really early. Not really early, is it? What time do you start working? No, in Japan, like 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. That is the busiest time. Well, it's 10 a.m. Okay, yeah. Maybe not so busy now, yeah. The early morning rush. I once worked in this kitchen in New Zealand, and it was that busy, just washing dishes. It was that busy, I didn't have fucking time to drink the beer that was fucking in front of my eyes. That fucking busy. Just wondering whether to go past. I did see there being a change there. I wonder how much they bought the house for next to Iwama's. No, it's the same old, same old. I was thinking maybe going into town, see if my mates up for a drink, sit outside underneath the tower. Like a few times I've gone out there dressed like this and giving out chocolates to kids, so that's enjoyable. It's a pity, right? People don't realise that actually giving is a lot better than receiving. And this is where I should mention my PayPal account. So because of the recent price rise in metal and things like that, so I don't work as long or as hard as I work every day, most days, but I still don't work as hard or as long as I used to. So. trying to think, maybe Geek fell asleep. What time is it now? 6? 5? 6? 6 my, is it 6 my time? So that was coming up to... what's that? It's 1 o'clock. He's probably fell asleep. Well, have you got any plans, Tom? Yeah, luckily, my dad in his later years, he lived with my sister, because he finally ended up with both legs amputated, and he didn't die long after that. So really, I don't think, like when I became an adult, the most I did for him was like buying him a beer when he came into the pub. But I didn't feel like helping him in any way, shape, form, whatsoever. He made his own fucking bed and he can fucking lay in it. You can't expect to be a shit to your kids and then ask them to fucking, support you. Like I said before, he came out of prison. The next day, my mother was dead because she couldn't take any more fucking beatings. And I remember, like, people have said to me, "Oh, your dad's a good laugh." Well, yeah, well, he's a fucking good laugh to you. He's a good laugh because he's spending the money that should be used on us in the fucking house for food, electricity. Instead of that, he spends it on fucking beer. Yeah, he's a fucking great laugh. He was probably not. The problem was he probably wasn't smacked as a kid. Simple as that. No, his younger sister, my auntie, she worked hard all her life. She was just nothing like him. And she also drank hard as well. But because she had a small body, so I think she was in either 60 or 65 when she fucking went. Yeah, I think if you got a mum and dad that looked after you, you should look after them without a doubt. Just tell him to stop brushing his fucking teeth in restaurants. Yeah, but like I was saying, my granddad used to do the same. He made it to 71 with one lung. He smoked 3 packs a day. He had one fucking lung. He had a lung taken out when he was 22, I think, because of tuberculosis. I saw him I saw a photograph recently when he was in maybe his 40s, and he was small, my granddad. But when he was in his 40s, he just looked a fucking rough cunt. You like you wouldn't mess about with him. He just looked. He had that persona on this thing where you. He looked fucking scary. He was only 5'5", but he looked fucking scary. Yeah, my sister's the same. Yeah, my her husband and my auntie's husband both married young. They both drank and smoked. They got a fucking 51. Which is a lot better than fucking someone from the Baltic by about 2 years. You gotta wonder though, like Russia and those Baltic states, you've got to wonder, was the government responsible for those early deaths? The way of life, how people lived? Did they have something to bear for that lifestyle? Life's not worth living, I'm just going to drink myself to death. You got to think, haven't you? Having said that, one of the lowest cases of suicide in the world, and it's several countries, and they're in the West Indies, the Bahamas, the Cayman Islands. These are the lowest rates of suicide in the world. And this is why I would like to go and live there. Sounds like a pretty cool place. Tom, battery's gone, mate. Thanks for chatting. See you next time. Next time? Next time. Oyasumi nasai. Bye-bye. Got to deal with these chicks here. That could be a fucking good song. I might come